Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 199 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. Today we're talking about imagination and the impact it has on our mental health and our mental well-being. We're focusing on mental health and well-being this whole month as part of the annual challenge. We focus each month of the year, at least 9 months out of the year, on one area of the life framework, the 9-part life framework that I share and have been sharing for, decades. I guess 9 parts since 2021, but prior to that, I shared a 7-part life framework that I learned from Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins. Thank you very much. It's served me very well in my life and literally thousands and thousands of other people as well. So what the heck is imagination? Why do we care? Why is it important? What does it do for us in terms of our mental health and well-being? Well, imagination is our ability to visualize, and it's our mental faculty that allows us to visualize different scenarios, to see different possibilities, to imagine what life would be like, even though it's not exactly what our reality is right now. I hope I'm explaining that really a little bit well. It's our ability to visualize scenarios, create different possibilities for ourselves, and think beyond what's really going on with us right now. It's when I often say, focus on what you want instead of what you are currently experiencing. Because if you keep focusing on what you're currently experiencing, you continue to create that in your life. And there's neuroscience behind this thinking, and it's been proven many, many times that when we practice in our minds, it's like why Olympians do it, and corporate executives and business owners and leaders and speakers. It's why they practice in their imagination and they visualize themselves doing the thing that they're going to do over and over and over again, because it creates the same neural pathways in our brain as if we'd actually done that thing. And there have been tons of studies done in this, in athletics, in different walks of life, that have proven this to be true. And so people that use this definitely have an advantage in creating the life that they want. It helps us to envision our goals and our aspirations, the things that we want, before they ever materialize in our life. How often have you decided that you want something, and before you know it, you've created it in your life because you've been visualizing and imagining it as if you've already got it over and over and over again until it becomes reality for you? It reduces stress by creating calming mental space for us. Imagination, it helps us to see innovative solutions to complex problems. How many of us have ever had a complex problem that we had to solve? Of course we have. And it helps us to build resilience by visualizing positive outcomes. When we visualize the possibility of positive outcomes, when we even believe that possible good outcomes can happen for us, it reduces our stress and anxiety. And in a day and age when there is tons of mental stress and anxiety, artificially created, mind you, by outside forces that are trying to control us, it's time to take things into our own hands. Imagination and its impact on mental health, again, stress reduction and emotional balance. When life feels overwhelming, the ability to escape in a positive mental image can save us anxiety, doubt, worry, fear. It helps us to boost our self-esteem and increase our mental clarity. It enhances our problem-solving ability. Imagination isn't just about fantasy. It's a strategic tool for innovation and problem solving. The whole Imagineering movement, it helps us to build resilience and hope. When we are stuck in the cycle of thinking what we're seeing right now in our life is all that's possible for us, that's where we stay. We stay stuck. And it isn't until we allow ourselves the ability and the space to imagine other outcomes that we can achieve those other outcomes, right? And some people will go worst case scenario and then say, well, the probability of that is so slim. Let's think about what else is possible. One of my favorite questions is, what else is possible? What else could be possible? Because that gets me imagining possibilities. Let's share somebody's story about how imagination impacted and transformed their lives. I think I'll share Sarah's story. Sarah is an artist who healed through creativity. Sarah, a 34-year-old artist, battled severe anxiety after a personal loss. She lost her partner. Her therapist encouraged her to engage in guided imagery exercises, which she imagined creating colorful, vibrant, beautiful art pieces. Over time, she transformed her grief into a thriving career. She started her own art studio, art gallery. She became a successful painter. She gained confidence, reduced her anxiety, and built a flourishing art business. Today, she advocates for art therapy as a tool for healing, and it totally is. Art therapy is actually one of my favorite strategies for behavioral changes, especially in my granddaughters, and in different situations, for dealing with different situations, for dealing with things that are hard to handle. It's a way to imagine by being artistic and creative. So how can we apply this in our everyday life? What are some practical ways to use imagination for our mental health, for our mental well-being? Well, number one, practice visualization daily. I used to think I stunk at visualization, and then I realized that our brain automatically thinks in pictures, and so even though I think I'm bad at it, my brain is automatically doing it, and then I'm putting words to it. So if I just let go of trying to control everything and practice it a little bit at every day, pretty soon I got really, really good at it. And you can too. Just find 10 minutes, maybe I love it when people say, well, I just don't have the time. I used to be one of the busiest people on the planet, and I decided to change that. But even when I was the busiest person on the planet, I could find 10 minutes in a day to do something like visualization or something to help me from a personal growth and development standpoint. Engage in creative activities. Do something creative. Paint, draw, sing, get involved with music in some way, shape, or form. Even cooking stimulates our imagination. Cooking is one of my favorites. I used to love to cook and bake, and it was a way that I could escape and imagine and create things that were fun and edible. So it was a win-win. I don't cook so much anymore, but I used to love it. Use guided imagery for stress relief. I actually use a hypnosis, meditation, affirmation type app called Believe from Victoria Gallagher. Love it. Been using it for a couple of years. I used her predecessor to Believe, and now I've been on Believe for a year and some months, and I've done it every single day. I do meditations and hypnosis and affirmations every single day. Those are some habits that I've just built into my life that help me with imagining and creating the life that I want. And it helps us to reframe negative thoughts. Who has negative thoughts? Well, according to one of my coaching expert friends, 70% or more of our thoughts in any given day are negative. Wow, right? How do we combat that? Well, this is one of the ways we can do that, is by engaging our imagination. We talked about the science behind the practice and reality, and we create our own reality. Remember, everything is created in our mind first, and then it shows up in our life. And we can use that in negative ways or positive ways. I say let's use it in positive ways and create the life we want. All right, that's it. Today we are going to practice visualization and imagination in some way, shape, or form. We're going to use our imagination, and we're going to share in the comments below how we did that. Maybe it's you're going to visualize for 10 minutes. If you did that, just say that. If you are going to look for a creative solution by imagining possible alternatives, say that you did that. But share in the comments below so that we can learn from one another. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to do something. For sure, I'm going to do a guided meditation and a visualization because I do them every day. All right. Have an awesome day. I'll, of course, see you tomorrow.